Yay! And it works this time.
Woohoo!
Hooray for live.
Yay! All right.
I think we're good.
I think we're good.
Centered enough.
Yeah.
Not to be perfect. How are you? Okay, it's mostly perfect.
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm good. This has been the end of... Scoot towards me a little bit. That's going to distract you the whole time, isn't it?
No. It's other things distracting me. But that's okay. I'm easily distractible. Like, for instance...
Something shiny.
But, look at this art. I love Avid's art for their... It's so pretty.
Their art is phenomenal, for sure.
I'm drinking Avid Cider Company's Dragon Fruit Cider tonight. Yeah,
Neat.
Oh, they've got like the black, like the can itself is silver, but the top is black.
Yeah,
that's just so
they
cool.
pay a lot of attention to the visual appeal there, that's for sure.
It's the little things.
It is the little things.
Hi, Moses and Sam.
Yay! I'm going to be drinking this.
Good luck with that.
Yep. I think it's Golden Drac, but I've probably butchered that, and I am terribly sorry. It is a quadrupel. So you've heard of the tripel and the double, and just the Abiel and the double and the tripel. This is a quadrupel. So
yes.
They run this one through 4 times, and it's really, really strong and really, really good.
And it's adorable.
It is cute. It's also going to be really, really yummy, I suspect. We'll see.
For a really long time, I had a thing against anything, like any cider.
Done. Plenty far away from the laptop. No emergencies.
Yes, no emergencies.
Poured rather hastily, but...
As I was saying...
For a long time.
I had a thing against any cider or craft beer that was in a can.
Ah, yes, understandable.
Yeah, I associated it too much with like Bud and Miller and stuff.
Well, and rightly so, but there are some good, solid arguments for putting stuff in cans.
Yeah.
Most of them oxidation related.
Mm-hmm.
I am not convinced that a lot of those hold weight, because you're basically putting it in a plastic bag inside an aluminum can.
Well,
but if it's better than oxidation, it's better than oxidation. So.
Well, I mean, you can't. There's no light getting in.
Yeah.
I think that's the argument.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so it seems to me you could put something in a cellar and be just as good off. But the argument there is, well, if you go in and out of your cellar, then you get a lot more. Oh, that's pretty.
I know.
Speaking of being distracted by pretty things, that is a really, really gorgeous cider right there.
Let's see. That's beautiful.
That is a blood red cider.
Here, let's see what they say. So,
dear drinker, this is a blood red cider.
It's hard cider, raspberry juice, dragon fruit. When dragons roamed the land, warriors hunted the prized dragon fruit. That just makes me happy.
It does.
And Northwest apples, raspberries, and dragon fruit. Off-dry cider. Cactus-like neon magenta skin and lime green scales.
Magenta skin.
Magenta, thank you. This is okay.
We just saw a dragon fruit in the store today.
We did.
They really are cool. They truly
are.
Look like some fantastical dragon-like
egg.
Yeah, they look like a dragon egg. They're amazingly good looking. They taste pretty darn good too. Apparently, they taste very darn good.
I'll try it.
Oh, you get just enough of that raspberry, but then there's something tropical in there too.
Yeah.
Oh, that is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, you get a lot of the raspberry.
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me of a raspberry tart for some reason, like raspberry tort.
Yeah.
Because you get that like acidic, and it's definitely like a raspberry acid, but then it's just like encased in this tropical, not even a citrus, just like a tropical.
Well, kind of a tropical citrus.
Yeah, but it's not like super citrusy.
It's like that weird flavor you get from a mango.
Or like a kiwi.
Yeah, where it's not really citrus, but it's not really sugary fruit. It's just nice.
Yeah.
That's a really nice cider. I like that.
I do too. How's your mountain of foam?
It's pretty. It's also very pretty. Oh, it smells amazing. This is just like any Abbey ale I've ever had. And it's smell right away is fantastic. That head that just won't quit. I mean, that is not going anywhere anytime soon. That's for sure.
It's very yeasty, like in a pleasant way.
Oh, that's got all those really nice fruit notes, a little subtle spiciness to it.
Yeah.
Not the kind that you think they've added anything per se, but that you've just getting all of it out of the yeast and the hops. That is beautifully done. That is truly beautifully done. Then it finishes off with a really nice yeasty aftertaste, like you say. Very bread-like. Yeah, right?
Yeah, it lingers with a fruitiness for me.
Yeah. If you've ever had anything from Chimay, or perhaps you've ever had Le Fin de Monde, this will be right up your alley. This is really
That's
beautiful.
really approachable.
Yeah, I love
feel
this one a
like.
lot. Well, and at 10.7%, it's also very Bardic.
Oh my.
So,
Doesn't taste 10%.
No,
2.7%.
no, it does not. It is beautiful, though.
All right. So it's Monday.
It is Monday, special today,
Yeah.
because we were doing something yesterday.
I don't think we should tell them. I think we should just tease them.
See, I was thinking we could get like a printout that said buffering on it, and we could act like we were going to say it and then hold up the sign and then say, yeah, it looked really great. That was a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but it did look really great, and it was a lot of hard work.
It was a tremendous amount of
Thankfully,
hard
it
work.
only took yesterday. We planned the whole weekend. 'Cause we've learned with these projects that
Yeah.
you always add on extra time, because when you don't, that's when everything goes wrong, and it takes twice the time anyway.
A huge special thanks to my folks. They were there. They supported us a lot, and we were able to knock that thing out so much faster than I expected.
Yeah.
It was good. We were able to make some basic maintenance repairs to things we didn't realize were wrong too. So
Yeah.
the whole place should be a lot more efficient. It's just nice.
Yep. We found a piece of ducting that was not working.
It was split wide open. It was split wide open, which meant we were doing
Easy fix.
a tremendously efficient job of heating the space above our ceiling
Yes.
and cooling the space above our ceiling too.
Which is totally what we want to do.
Which is pretty much
right?
not where you want that to go. So we sealed that all up, and no, you can immediately feel the air coming out all the vents. It's way the heck better now. So.
Yep. Our son is having a panic attack on the couch. I think his game's not going where how he wants it to.
Yes, as I was a kid. When I was a kid.
I know
Yeah.
you guys can't hear it because we have a mic. Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
there's no way. It's just programming. I'm not able to overcome the challenge. The game cheated. I did it right. They were wrong. Those developers should be fired.
Yes.
Do you know there's a new TV series where they take all these modern developers, like cutting-edge game developers from cutting-edge studios, and they say, here's the tools. Here's an 8-bit cartridge for an old-school Nintendo. Write a game.
Really?
Yep. And so they have to struggle through with figuring out how to reuse their resources, because you don't have unlimited resources. You've got 4 colors. What are you going to do with them? How are we going to use? You've got 3 sounds. How are you going to reuse them?
Yeah.
So they have to figure out how to be as efficient as possible and take gigabytes worth of data and cram it down to bytes worth of data. And so if you're not in, that's like, let's see, kilo mega. So that's billions of pieces of information, and cram them down to a few dozen pieces of information.
I bet that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is really cool. And so help me, they're making it. It's a top-down scroller, a lot like Secret of Mana or any of those others, except they somehow managed to work in jump animations on this 2D top-down world. They make it convincingly look like you jump, and you can jump over things and everything. It's really well done.
Oh, that's super cool.
So all these developers figuring out how on earth to make this stupid thing. The cartridge is black and it's duct taped together.
Of course it is.
That makes me so happy. Anyway, on that side note.
Yes.
So what news from Bardic?
Teaser. Stuff happened. You guys should come in this week.
You really do want to come in this week. Tuesday if you want the big wow.
Yeah.
Wednesday,
it doesn't
Wednesday
matter.
if you don't mind other people spoiling it on Facebook.
We don't know.
People brag about us sometimes.
I mean, sometimes.
Sometimes. No spoilers. Force people to come in.
Or talk about it all you want.
Or
on
brag
social
all you want.
media.
Yeah, no, bragging is fine too.
We're fine with that.
Yeah, that's totally good.
We are fine with that.
There's not a lot else in the big news.
We should
for
talk
Bardic
about
department.
soup.
Yes, this
I
week.
mean, that's not really big news. But,
Oh, for me it is. I
well,
love it.
it's your favorite. So
This week sees the return of the clam chowder. So if you enjoyed the clam chowder the first two times?
No, first
First
we
time.
did it first week, but we had to make
Yes.
2 batches.
Ah, right, yes. So if you enjoyed the clam chowder the first time we had that in there, it is coming back. I think it's going to be fantastic. Should be just right for indoors or outdoors,
Yep.
depending on the weather, which
Yep.
is supposed to be half decent this week.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in like the high 40s, low 50s, which for Spokane in March is pretty darn good.
Yeah, pretty darn good. So
For a few weeks.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. If you've enjoyed any of the soups recently,
Yes.
my
Within the
apologies.
past like 6 weeks, your mom
Yeah.
took over pretty quickly.
Yeah, she did, and she's doing an amazing job. So
Yes.
yeah, occasionally you'll see her floating around in there. Just say, "Hey, the soup's amazing." Whether or not you've tried it, just trust it
It
is.
just is, yeah.
Just trust it.
Um,
Let's see. We've got a new artist on the wall,
yes, we do.
which we have for a week or so now.
Yeah.
But
She's a photographer from over in Idaho, and she's got a few pieces up, and they're absolutely beautiful. So
yeah,
that's fun.
definitely worth coming in and seeing.
There's a chance that she might bring in some more work throughout the month. So I love when the art changes. I love the variety. So
It's like soup.
yeah. Have you worked on any new beers lately? Oh no, what's coming out this week? Because it's March and the 17th is St. Patrick's Day.
This week we are going to see Ish coming back to the tap room. So that is our Irish Red, and it is nice. It's got a little bit of that smokiness going on there, just a little bit of that kind of biscuity bread-like quality going on there, and it's just good, clean drinking beer. So
Good, clean fun.
good, clean fun. Yep, but an Irish Red, based on the only Irish Red that is actually popular in Ireland.
Yeah.
So I took that.
Okay, so is Irish Red like actually an Irish beer, or is it one of those that somebody else made it and then like, well, it reminds me of Ireland or whatever?
No, it really is. It truly is Irish, but it's about as popular as Cinco de Mayo. They celebrate it for the sake of the Americans who are paying a lot of money.
Not St. Patrick's Day. An Irish Red.
I know. I'm drawing the analogy.
Oh,
I'm drawing the
okay.
analogy. So
okay.
yeah, so Irish Reds are kind of like
Yes.
Cinco de Mayo. I mean, yeah, it is, but they really support it for the Americans. So, but in this case, there is one over there. The name escapes me. Blast. I'll remember as soon as we're done.
Of course.
That actually has done quite well, and so I was able to take that profile, take what I know about that beer, other than its name, doggone it, and work that into my own style. So,
if only I had a device.
Yeah, you could try it. Just Google most popular Irish Red.
That's what I was going to do.
If it would read your fingerprint.
Yes. There it goes. It's on my face. So, most popular Irish Red in Ireland. Or Irishmen's. Or irritable.
Strangely, bro. There you go. And then what do we got here? Smithwick's. That was it. Smithwick's. Wow. It's one of those answers. Yeah.
And it's described as slightly sweet and toasty, caramel-driven flavor. Yeah,
that's pretty much it. A little bit caramely, but not like Old Books or Raven Master or any of those. Certainly not like Relics, but it does have that caramel note going on there. So.
This is a good like afternoon beer.
Oh, it's a great afternoon beer, or after a steak. It's a great after steak beer.
With steak?
Oh, yes. Heck yes.
I mean, as opposed to like Poirot, where it's like, go home at the end of the day.
Yeah,
and
that one's going to be a much better seafood beer. So if you have yourself a nice lobster or something, Poirot would go great with that, which gives me an idea. It gives me a very good idea.
We're going to start serving lobster at the tap room.
Well, I mean, for a price, I'm sure somebody'd eat it. We could just have a tank of live lobsters over there.
Do you imagine our daughter?
Oh, gosh. She would name them all.
Yeah.
That wouldn't end well.
No.
I don't think. So maybe we couldn't do that.
No.
Oh, giant bugs of the sea. You gotta love it.
Yes. So you've got that.
I've got that.
I have developed a new recipe for my ciders, so yay. I'm working on 2 ciders right now. They're both going to be springtime ciders. One of them, I need a name for it. I'm terrible about naming my ciders because I get so excited about the recipe, and then once it's done, I get so excited about the release that I'm like the day before thinking, oh, right, I gotta put a name on this thing. Anyways, this new one is it's a sweet cider, kind of along the lines of Health Potion, but it's a rose cider. So,
Rosie McFlowers.
No. I'm sorry. No.
Rosie McPedal.
That's a little bit better.
Just call it Pedals.
That's cute.
Peddlers McGee.
Well, no, because now it's like the bad guy from the Wheel of Time series.
Oh, goodness. Okay, yeah, not that then.
Not that. Anyway, so that'll be coming out soon. I don't know. I don't want to step on Ish. So
the ciders and the beers coexist really well.
They do.
I mean, a
Maybe
release, yeah, we might separate the release days a little bit, but they coexist really well.
Maybe once Mystery Hack is gone.
That's true. That'd be a good.
Yeah.
Good encouragement, not naming names, Reese.
I've been drinking a bit of it too.
Yeah.
So, so anyways, that one's coming soon. The other one is going to be a cherry and mint cider. So I haven't started developing that one yet. So I don't know how the flavors are going to play together, if I'm going to lean towards the cherry or the mint more, or if I'm going to kind of shoot the middle. But I imagine that one's going to be a little bit sweeter, probably more akin to like MD rather than Health Potion. So a bit sweeter, but not sweet. Like Health Potion is the sweetest cider that I have. MD, so there's like Health Potion and MD kind of hits down here. And then you've got Mystery Hack, which is like down here. And then like Social Distancing and
Want to be my cider.
And then, yes, Want to be, which I need to put that out.
Yeah.
I forgot that's sitting in the room.
That's about ready too.
Yes. Yes,
if you want to be my cider.
I meant to release it like 2 months ago.
Well, now it's going to be nice and settled.
Yes. Yes, it will.
So.
Yeah, so Want to Be My Cider is coming too. I'll probably put that in place of like Saber of Windu or Social Distancing, whichever one of those blows first.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a nice complement to that kind of strand.
Yeah, it will.
Cider is I love sweet cider and I love dry cider. And I want to have a variety and in the middle as well. So I try, when a dry cider is going out, I try to replace it with something similar. So the flavor profile of Wannabe is going to be quite different than Saber of Windu or Social Distancing, because this one is very much on the spice side and not like heat spice, but like spice. Whereas the other two were kind of more earthy and in the case of Social Distancing, a little bit fruity.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think they'll kind of swim in the same pool.
Nice. My philosophy when I release my beers, I take very careful inventory and I release what's ready. It's very complex.
Very complex.
I mean, I gotta walk all the way to the brewery.
I
have to unlock the door and then open the door. I actually have to go in through the door all the way back to the walk-in.
And it's a standard door,
which,
too.
Get this, I also have to open the walk-in.
Which, that one's a little stubborn.
But once I'm in the walk-in, I have to take inventory, see what's there, what's ready. Occasionally, I have to sample because it might not be ready. I mean, I don't know.
Poor dear.
There's a lot that goes into deciding which beer to release.
You do try to keep a lighter one on tap.
I do. I try to keep a lighter one on tap. I try to keep a darker one on tap. And I try to keep something kind of mid-range.
Yeah.
Along the lines of Raven Master.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess what I meant when I said lighter, I meant more like a lower ABV. Yeah,
sure. Like Dash It All or What the Dickens, which is also should be just about ready.
Yeah.
So I need to check on that one too. But.
So that's what's coming in the realm of drinks.
Hooray!
I finally got a sweater that had these thumb holes, and it just makes me really happy.
I'm so proud of you.
Tonight is the night of like, ooh, pretty art, ooh, shiny thing, ooh, comfy thing.
I should put my slippers on later.
That's a good idea.
It's a really good idea.
I have my narwhal socks on.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. It's throwing me off being a Monday.
I know, right? I literally can't think of hardly much else.
Okay, so Mondays we generally kind of just hunker down in the house and just kind of relax. We actually like really went out today. Like we had some errands to run and stuff, and like seemed like people were at school. We saw
that was weird.
We saw
what are all these people doing out on a weekend? Oh, right, it's Monday.
No, we saw it. So our neighbor, our business neighbors are only there Monday through Friday. And so when we walked out of the tap room, because we had to fix the duct today, I saw John over there, and it's like, what is he doing here on a Sunday? Oh, right. It's my Sunday. It's actually Monday.
Oops.
Sunday on a Monday.
What we really need is a Taco Tuesday now.
We kind of do need a Taco Tuesday.
We should do, not this Tuesday, but sometime, we should do a Taco Tuesday.
We could do a taco soup. Taco Soup Tuesday?
It's not the same.
It's not the same. That's true.
No.
Maybe we could do that for McClips.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Just put together like a small little selection of ingredients. Like you have your choice of anything as long as it's one of these 5 things. And when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah.
Welcome to Taco Tuesday.
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
We could make a nacho beer cheese.
We could make a nacho beer cheese. We have that power.
We do have
which is basically a soup.
It is basically, see?
And I worded the recipe such that we have the power to do that kind of stuff.
We were kind of vague in the recipes that we sent and were approved.
Yes, we were within the guidelines and they were approved by the health department. But we left ourselves open to enough, add this ingredient or don't. Add this category of ingredient or don't. Simmer
and
if
again,
need be.
We were not outside any regulations.
No.
They were approved. They have continued to be approved.
So, I mean, that opens the door for just about any kind of soup or
but it made us
liquidy thing you ever want to make. We could probably make smoothies and get away with it.
Liquidy thing.
But that's got alcohol in it, so that's a whole different license. Thing. Which, mercifully, the health department has no say in.
It's basically a fruit smoothie.
It's basically an expired fruit smoothie. You're right.
Yeah.
One of my fondest memories, I don't remember what ultimately became. Oh, yes, I do too. A very, very good friend of mine. He's beer and wine aren't his thing particularly, but he knows that it's mine. And he brought me a really, really old expired carton of Concord grape juice. He says, "Do you want this? Maybe you could turn it into something great." I said, "Thank you. I think I will." And I did.
What did you turn it into?
I turned it into a really nice oaked dark red wine.
When did that happen?
Oh, this was a couple years ago.
I don't remember that.
A few years ago. Oh, yeah. I just did like.
Was it before I got into cider?
Possibly.
Okay, so that was kind of the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, it might have been 5 years ago. But
I mean, granted, I've never really been into wine, but
I think I threw some. What did I throw? I think I threw some plums in there too. And all this nasty grape juice, and then some toasted oak staves that I had toasted myself.
That's pretty awesome.
It was pretty epic. Which, if memory serves, oh gosh,
yes.
I'm going to feel terrible about this. My apologies to literally everybody. Stick with me. This is a long story. It's not that long.
I'm going to drink.
The oak that I toasted to add to this thing of wine.
Yeah.
Came from the solid oak modesty shield that was in front of the choir of a church that we were at the time.
Yes.
So
a very modest church that probably wouldn't be
probably would not have approved of the wine, but that's where the oak came from. Oh,
I feel kind of bad about that.
Little, but not really, because it was actually really good wine. So
yeah, no, I remember laughing about.
Yeah,
I remember discussing that in sobriety and modesty,
and then laughing hysterically as we enjoyed the wine.
I'm drinking now.
Fair.
All right.
Hey, now you can't feel too bad. I mean, I love Jesus, and Jesus made wine.
This
So,
is true. That was his first miracle.
Yeah.
And it was the good stuff, too.
It was the good stuff. It wasn't the crappy stuff.
Downs and open ups
yes,
and all
excellently.
that.
Washington State is still in phase 2. Most importantly, our area is still in phase 2, which means we're open for 25% occupancy, basically full service. Anything you want, just only 25% of you, according to the fire marshal's estimate.
Yeah. We've still got the patio.
Still have the patio?
heated.
Absolutely. You're darn right. It's still heated. It's going to be heated until it's 90 degrees out there. If I have anything to say about it.
Granted, we're not having to use it as much.
True,
thankfully.
true. The official statement from the governor, last I checked, was, quote, nobody is going backward to phase 1 anytime soon.
Yeah.
This is good news. This means we are at least where we're at now, if not better, hopefully soon.
Yep.
So as I read it, numbers continue to go down. People who are most at risk continue to be vaccinated and protected. I
Which,
think this is great news across the board.
for anybody who is interested about our vaccination journey, I'm eligible for vaccination, so I'll be going in and getting that soon. I'm being a little bit like I know there's people more at risk than me, so I'm kind of like, I'm not in a super rush for it, but I'm going to go do that soon.
Dealing with the public and dealing with children in a school,
Yeah,
it's not unreasonable.
Yeah, and I got that because I teach part-time at Peter and Wendy's school. So unfortunately that doesn't extend to Mark.
No, but I got my vaccine the organic way.
Yes, that's likely true. But you're still going to get in the shot.
Darn right I am. I'll just line up, and while I'm in line, I'm going to start chanting, shots, shots, shots.
Oh, I should wait until the school vaccination clinic starts up, and then just go to that.
I'm sure they would love that.
And do that.
Please,
I don't want to
if
lose
you
my
are ever
job.
in line for any kind of vaccine, please chant shots, shots, and see what kind of response you get. I think everybody's day will be brightened. They will all laugh, and really, couldn't we all use that right now?
And record yourself doing it, and bring it and show it to us.
Yes, we will laugh hysterically with you.
Yes, that would be so good. So all of that means that we're feeling more comfortable about the idea of doing some kind of low-key event kind of thing.
Still respecting all the regulations currently, of course.
We definitely want to get back to some version of board game night, although I think that needs to wait until we get into a higher capacity range, because I love the idea of a huge group of people coming in and sitting at a table for hours and playing games and having fun and drinking and eating amazing food.
Or bringing in amazing food.
However, we do need to kind of respect the limitations that we're under, and we do need something of a quicker turnover rate, so that we can get more people in. And that's not a big deal when we have a larger capacity.
Doesn't matter at all at that point.
Yeah, because at that point you can bring 8 people in and sit at one table. Right now, that would take up most of our capacity. So that's still on our minds, still in the works of what we want to do. I need to double check with all of the gym guidelines to figure out what BOGA could look like, to see if that's something that we want to pursue. But BOGA will be back as soon as it's feasible to do. And then Nerd Debate Night. That's something that we could start pretty soon.
That can reasonably be started pretty quick.
Because that can just be people doing this, joining us online, and a few people still in the tap room. So, because we will do some kind of a live stream or recording or something. So
there's great talks, nothing formal in writing, but there's great talks to involve Natural 20 in that. Perhaps their mug club versus our mug club, something like that.
We at least have to do.
If we really wanted to rock it, seriously, we could set up a live stream between the 2 locations. So one team is at Natural 20 using some of their 25%. One team is at Bardic using some of our 25%. And we at least double our capacity since they're way bigger than us.
That's a really good idea.
So we could do that.
Really good idea.
Just slap a big screen in there with a webcam on there.
Yeah.
It'd be like, a third pseudo brewery. We could call it Natural Bardic. That sounds really hippie. That sounds really, really hippie. I don't know.
So we should start talking to Reese and Jackie about that.
We could have a small team of people and call them the Bardic 20.
We could. We could. So that's kind of where events are sitting right now.
Yep. Go ahead.
I was going to ask for an update on Bardic Kitchen because
Yes,
I know you've been dabbling.
Yes. You're weird.
You knew this when you married me.
I did know this when I married you. So the editing is going along fantastically. I just about have episode 1 finished, and episode 2 for that matter.
Because we filmed episode 1 and 2 at the same time.
Which never again.
Yeah, that didn't work very well.
It was a good thing to try.
It was a good thing to try.
So that one is just about done. I would say a week or so.
Cool.
We'll probably be releasing that. So that'll be awesome. And then we've got a couple more beyond that, and we'll just keep filming them. So those should be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I was going to say is regarding the previous year's Mug Club. So 2020 Mug Club. The email just went out today. Yesterday, excuse me. Reminding people if they have not picked up their mug yet to please do so.
I am sorry. I sent it out to the entire 2020 Mug Club list because let's be real, I was lazy and I didn't want to sort it out. So
if you've already picked up your 2020 mug,
yes,
well done.
You're good. But I did put in the subject line that if they had already picked it up or if they had not picked it up, to open up the email to cue everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't need to open this email.
Sweet. It can just be that one outlier that always sits there as an unread message forever, driving you crazy.
They can go deal with that.
Oh,
it's called delete.
Or that works too. But yes, if you have not yet picked up your 2020 Mug Club,
or you have a friend who has not picked up their Mug Club,
or if you know somebody who has not, well, they're not your friends. You shouldn't necessarily come pick it up by April 1st, but at least send us a quick line saying, hey, I'll get there when I can. Thank you. Please hold on to it.
Which we already have somebody that's contacted us for that purpose.
Fantastic. And we're more than happy to hang on to it for them in safekeeping.
For a reasonable amount of time. I mean, there gets to a point where it's like, it's 2022.
You probably got to get this thing. Yeah.
But we will definitely work with you.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah.
So that email has gone out. April 1st, for non-contacted people, is the day that you can, whatever day we're open.
It's a Tuesday, I think.
Yeah, April something, the first part of April.
Well, April 1st is when we said we were going to sell them. Oh, that's a Thursday.
Okay, then. April 1st it is. April 1st is when you can come in and buy the leftover mugs.
Andrea gets that joy.
Yes, be kind to Andrea.
Yes.
Just tell her Mark and Courtney said you could.
She'll know.
She'll know.
We talk to our employees.
They're so great.
Which is plural now.
It is plural now. You'll get to meet her shortly.
So we have had a lot of interest, and there's not a ton of mugs. So if you're one of those...
20,
maybe. So if you're one of those that are super interested, it's first come, first serve. We're not going to put down any kind of list or anything. It's just whoever comes.
A really great question.
Okay, I'm going to look on Square. I've been quoting people. I think it's going to be like this, based on what we sold the remainders from last year's. But I want to double check.
Let's sit here awkwardly.
Well, we're very
just
good at
search
that.
for mug.
Yep, that's what I was looking for. $25.
$25 for one of last year's mugs. That's actually pretty darn reasonable considering what they go for online.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can get one without the Bardic logo online for
just a little bit less.
$40, I think.
Oh no,
they
not
used
the
to
mug.
be.
No, if you want to get 2 of them.
Oh, that
it's
was my
something like
misunderstanding.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But still.
Yeah. So there's that one.
Oh, that
it's
was my
something like
misunderstanding.
that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But still.
Yeah. So there's that. You were saying that and it reminded me of something, and now I can't remember. A child is getting into the fridge right now.
Because she, being business owners and parents at the same time. I love that.
Yes. Okay.
It's the best. Both of them.
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely.
Really
Definitely.
All right. So what we're drinking, soup, events, those are things, Mug Club.
Bardic Kitchen.
Bardic Kitchen.
No, the dish, not the jar.
Not the whole... Little pickle monster.
There's a dish. Open the fridge. There's a dish. And it's like right about the height of your belly button. All
Oh
right.
my gosh. Okay. Oh,
Okay, you talk. I'm gonna help our daughter.
okay. For my recommendation this week, because I'm going to start because it's kind of like crack, you need to go get yourself Roblox, which is a free gaming environment that has several different games built in. And in there, you're going to go find Pet Simulator. It's one of those games that has almost instant reward, and then the rewards take a little longer, but they're more satisfying, and then the rewards take a little longer, and they're more satisfying. Exactly like the addiction cycle, which is why it's a cool game. And so it's so cute. You get all these pets, they eat coin. Well, actually, they break coins. And then they break open chests and you get coins. And it's just a nonstop game of getting bigger and bigger rewards and breaking bigger and bigger chests and progressing on to new levels, all with your cute little pets that you get to upgrade. It's ridiculous and it is amazing and it's so wonderful. If you need a good time killer and you want to just mindlessly collect treasure
and itch that addiction spot in your brain.
Oh my goodness, so hard. Pet Simulator on Roblox is amazing. I might have set up a small little program. And our son just reached the snow level, which is awesome.
So if he gets to recommend something,
you get to recommend
I'm going to recommend this book.
Oh, that book's amazing.
Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. It has nothing really to do with Bardic. Well, I mean, your game didn't really have to do anything with Bardic. This is an amazing book. So if you are interested in cooking at all, there's recipes in here, but of it is like more theory, but like approachable theory. So she's got my favorite parts. Her name is Samina Resh, and she has like the very best chicken recipe ever. But then, okay,
yeah,
so
the roasted chicken recipe on there is like 3 ingredients, and it is better than anything you get at Costco.
Okay, so this is the world of acid, and so you just use this chart to give you like, okay, so this is Thailand. I'm going to use this one, and add, do some rice and maybe some chicken, and it gives you kind of a guidepost to getting to like world cuisine. But without necessarily like having to have like a recipe to follow. So it's kind of helps you know how to do it on your own. So you can just like look in your fridge and be like, I have some leftover ramen and some leftover smoked ribs. And so I'm going to throw this and that and some miso in there and a little bit of rice wine vinegar and
magic happens.
Magic happens. So.
Which, fun fact, if you ever enjoyed the South African-inspired chicken hand pie that we had, that was a recipe Courtney made up based on the instructions out of that book.
Yes.
So you can do all kinds of fun stuff with that.
And if you didn't like it, I didn't use this book. I just had like a really crazy day and said like, yeah, I'm going to throw this together.
Somebody from McDonald's recommended the recipes for you.
Yes. Yes.
But people liked it. So there you go.
Should we start doing this like a recommendation of the week?
Yeah, we should come up with some kind of recommendation. That would be fun. We'll probably run out of recommendations about 3 weeks in, but
this is true.
That's all right.
That's kind of how Bardic Tales is turning out.
Yeah. All right. Well, can't think of a lot more.
No, I can't think of a lot more either. Oh, merchandise.
You're talking with your hands makes me really nervous with that glass so close to your laptop.
Why? Okay, so merchandise. We are getting low on the gray and navy blue beanies. And we are getting low on our zip-up hoodies. Both of which will probably not reorder until fall or so, like late summer.
Yeah.
So if that's something that you've been kind of eyeing and haven't purchased, now's a good time. We still have quite a few of the yellow and black beanies. You know, the Hufflepuff beanies, which is the best house. We've still got quite a few of the pullover hoodies, and we've still got a lot of t-shirts. And as the weather warms up, those would be a good option. Mm-hmm. So lots of different colors, and we've got both styles of just the plain like logo up front, and the ones with the small logo up front and the Brood You've Impressed design on the back.
I love that. I'm still so proud of that.
Yeah.
What do we want to do with last year's gray shirts? Have somebody come in and say, hey, give me a shirt.
We should just, I don't know. Like, we should just put them like out on the outside, like by the column, and just like free to good home.
Oh, God. No, we should do something like if you can catch it, you can keep it, and then we just throw it to people.
But only after they've had a few drinks. Or like as they're leaving, like, oh, hey, by the way, throw
Get
it at
a
them.
t-shirt cannon.
Yes.
I kind of want a t-shirt cannon.
I
So.
kind of want a t-shirt cannon now.
Yes.
Oh,
That
our
could be.
potato gun. The t-shirt.
No, we don't need the people at Walgreens to all of a sudden get a t-shirt lobbed through their window. What is the? Where did this come from? Oh, why? Look, there's a logo on it.
Oh, I know who to call for damage. Must catch my mouth. Yes.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
If you can keep
I
it
know.
up in the air for 3 seconds after we throw it, it's yours.
They're just such weird sizes that are
I
left.
know. So you have your choice of any size as long as it's extra, extra small or like 5X.
No. They're all small. There's like a bunch of women's extra small and small. And then I think there's some men's small. I think that's all that's left. There's like 4 men's shirts left, and I think they're all small, but they're like child size. So
We were so naive back then.
I had no idea what to order.
How would we have known? There's no
Yeah.
way we could have known what to order. But looking at it now kind of makes sense. Like, how many small men do you see in the craft brewing world?
Yes.
I mean,
Okay. Yes.
this is true.
We're
So-
thinking.
some, and they
Yes.
all have Bardic t-shirts now. But the other 5 don't.
We're thinking of bringing back some more baseball caps. If you guys like that idea, let us know. You can
Yeah.
comment, or you can just come into the tap room to see the teaser thing that we didn't actually talk about. We just kind of talked around.
Yeah.
And tell us what you think.
You're
about
going to
it.
be so in awe, you're going to forget the baseball caps, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Then you got to come in a second time. I remembered what I was going to say. That'll be good too.
Yes. So
All
we could
right.
get some baseball caps that have the different colors instead of just the gray.
We could.
We could.
Yeah.
Just some thoughts. Okay. I think our children are hungry and would like dinner, although one of them is upside down right now. Okay.
As she usually is. Sound like a plan?
Yes. Well,
All right.
happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Have a fantastic week this week. If we see you, we can't wait. If we don't,
Then we have to wait.
then we have. I'm trying to be encouraging.
And I'm not wrong.
Okay. Hope that you have a fantastic week, whether or not we see you. But we do hope to see you.
Yes.
Not just because we want your money, but because we like you guys.
Wow. Gosh, that's what we're ending on. Thank you for your money. I mean custom.
You played that game a little much.
Little.
This is only 6%. I'm just like, this is me at the end of
See you at the end of a very, very long set of work days, and that's okay.
Yes. No, we do. We really love hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Whatever you order. Or don't.
Bye.
Come in for some t-shirts that we want to get rid of. I'm just making this weird sometimes.
You kind of are. Oh, gosh.
Great job making it worse.
Thank you, Peter.
Especially if you're a large man, get one of the extra small women's shirts.
You know what? The extra small shirts could totally be dog shirts.
Oh my gosh.
They could.
I suppose they could.
Okay,
We have
Luke
a few
and
ver-
Kaylee,
we have a
we
couple
got a
of very-
couple of shirts for your
Matt and
dogs. And Matt and Becky, we have a shirt for Goose. Anybody else? Seriously, if you want to come in and get the shirts for your dogs, that'd be super adorable, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that's good. We're going to go ahead and end it on that note.
Have a good day, or night. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
I love